You instill a standard in your daughter for showing her what a good man is by example. That is 100% right. And that's something I do every day, man. That's a big part. I'm glad you pointed that out, Nugs, because if you love your wife, you love your daughter, you kiss them all the time, you hug them, you tell them you love them, you read them bedtime stories, you tuck them in, you brush their teeth, you wipe their ass, you do everything for them, you make them meals, you know, make sure they get educated, you buy them what they want, you get them whatever toys they want. If you're a good father, man, you know, you do everything you're supposed to, they're going to grow up and expect no less than that from others in the world. They're going to be like, this is wrong, because I've known my whole life that example A, B, and C is how I am supposed to be treated. And the other thing you do is like, I remove toxicity from my life. If there's someone in my life that's not good for my children, I do not allow them around my children, be them family or not. If they're just a bad example, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to normalize bad behavior around your children either. Like, if there's somebody that's like a piece of shit, for lack of a better word, you don't want people like that around your kids. And you want to do everything within your power to ensure that those people do not have access to your child's mind, because you don't want that to have a negative impact on their upbringing, you know, and what they think is acceptable or not. And in the eye of the public, you can play middleman, you know, you can be neutral. You can be the neutral party. But within your own household, bro, you got to stand on business and your family's moral compass. Like, there's things that I would not take a stance on stream, because it may be a provocative argument. It can get me in trouble. A lot of people might not like it. But within my own household, I'm like, no, this is how it's going to be. And that's it. You know, like, there's no wiggle room with certain things. And essentially, you need to know what you stand for and what you're willing to tolerate and things like that. And keep bad people away from your kids and not feel bad about it, dude. Like, I don't feel bad about cutting people off that are a negative, you know, thing for my children. I'm like, nah, bro, if you ain't, you know, a good influence and on the right side of history, you best get moving. And you should be brutally unapologetic about that.